Good morning if you're out there. Yes, good morning if you're out there, because it's morning here. Conversely, if it's evening where you are, hope you're having a good one. I'm here, you're there, wherever that may be and whatever that may mean. Welcome to the channel. I'm running a minute or two late, but it couldn't have been helped. It happens. My name's Brian here, as you can see right there. That's what it says. And I'm a poet, and on this channel, we do poetry. But, well, sometimes mine, but most of the time other people's. Old poetry, we said it's music, we do stuff like that. We do weird stuff like that. And especially when the music AI, yes, I use AI. When the music AI is working properly, which it's working properly today. So we got a brand new show. No pulling tracks out my butt and playing them, but we can always do that later. So, hi, my name's Brian. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you might be. It's all relative. Hope you're having a good one, or had a good one, or in the process of having a good one. Whatever that might be. It's too early in the morning, and I've been up too long already. So, let's go and see here. What do we do? No, not that one. Do here. Everything we do here is fair use. Like and subscribe. Blah, 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 blah. Let's wait a few more minutes. I'm trying to figure out what to say. Don't know if I have enough coffee in me yet, and this is already half gone, so. And I got it like 20 minutes ago. So that tells you how my morning's going. So let's just get with the poetry. Let's see here. I got let me share a screen. How's it going, David? Good morning, pizza. How art thou? By the way, thanks for posting that video. It clued me into Suno was working properly. So we are here doing All the World's a Stage from As You Like It, Act 2, Scene 7. Hey, Netmaster. How's it going, kiddo? Hopefully you're doing good this evening. So we're doing a little Shakespeare to begin with. This little monologue here. All the world is indeed a stage, and we are merely players. To quote Neil, the greatest drummer of all time. Then we got, Keats' sonnet. I have fears. That's our second one here. Then we got a Wadsworth Longfellow here. Oh, Longfellow Henry himself. Aftermath. Birds of Passage, Flight the Third. Whatever that means. All right. So that's the first part of the show. Second part of the show goes with Robert Frost. It's been a while since we've done him. And since we've done one of his poems. Too early in the morning. An Old Man's Winter Night. Then Ogden Nash, A Word to Husbands. Don't get married. And then last but not least, Thomas Hood, I Remember. All right. I remember. Let's stop sharing there. And now you see me. Here we are. And let's go ahead and bring this up here. Art thou ready? I hope thou art ready, because I'm ready. As I'll ever be. I just got to get to the right folder here. You know how these things go. Right here. All the World's a Stage. Oh, yes. By the way, quick note. When I made up these tracks, I told it to the first three, I told it to not use country. So the second half, I took that away. So it's just minus country for the first three. And then just, we're trying to figure it out. If Suno is just in a country mood. So here we go.
the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts, his Axby being 7 ages at first, the infant mewling and puking in the nurse's arms. Then the whining schoolboy with his satchel and shining morning face, creeping like snail unwillingly to school. And then the lover sighing like furnace with a woeful ballad made to his mistress' eyebrow. Then a soldier full of strange oaths and bearded like the part, jealous in honor, sudden and quick in quarrel, seeking a bubble reputation, even in the cannon's mouth. And then the justice in fair round belly with good cape on line, with eyes severe and beard, a formal cut, full of wise saws and modern instances. And so he plays his part. The 6th age shifts into the lean and slippered pantaloon, with spectacles on nose and pouch on side. His youthful hose well saved a world too wide for his shrunk shank, and his big manly voice turning again toward childish treble pipes, and whistles in his sound lost scene of all that ends this strange eventful history. His second childishness and mere oblivion, sans teeth, sans eyes, sans taste, sans everything.
Now that was pretty cool. I think interesting. Yes, I like that riff. Dum, 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 dum. So what'd you think? Well, now the second version of this is 4 minutes long. So just let me know. Here we go. Hey.
All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts, his acts being 7 ages at first, the infant mewling and puking in the nurse's arms. Then the whining schoolboy with his satchel and shining morning face, creeping like snail unwillingly to school. And then the lover sighing so he plays his part. The sixth age shifts into the lean and slippered pantaloon, with spectacles on nose and pouch on side. His youthful hose well saved a world too wide for his drunk shank and his big manly voice, turning again toward childish treble pipes and whistles in his sound. Last scene of all that ends this strange eventful history is second childishness and mere oblivion. Sans teeth, sans eyes, sans taste, sans everything.
And it reached the 4-minute mark. Yes, I agree. That one was rocking. I can see why y'all like that one. Number one stood out. Number one for me, I like number one, but you guys like number two. So, hey. Interesting. Yes, it's been interesting seeing what it does when you eliminate something. Now we're just going. I wonder what makes me intrigued on what the next one, which is the John Keats sonnet. Here we go. Let me put this here in the chat first. Copy. I'll do a little pasty here. And then we'll do a little there. So far, so good. Definitely different than what we've been getting.
When I have fears that I may cease to be, before my pen has gleaned my teeming brain, before high piled books in Sharrock tree hold like rich garners the full ripened grain, when I behold upon the night's starred face huge cloudy symbols of a high romance, and think that I may never live to trace their shadows with the magic hand of chance. And when I feel, fair creature of an hour, that I shall never look upon thee more, never have relish in the fairy power of unreflecting love, then on the shore of the wide world I stand alone and think, till love and fame to nothingness do sink. Oh, love and fame to nothingness do sink. Of the wide world I stand alone and think, till love and fame to nothingness do sink.
tired, not much sleep. That's why, I guess that's why you're liking the rockers. Don't blame you. Totally get it. Earlier this year when we were having that rain, it just did not feel like it was going to stop. It really sucked. How are you doing this morning? Glad you showed up. I'm doing okay. Got dogs messing with me, but they can just go do whatever right now because we're playing some interesting tracks. That was interesting, wasn't it? Don't know. What do you think? I guess we need to compare it to the second one. I don't know. I don't know if I was quite feeling it. I'm thinking, oh, of course, this one's only 1 minute and 52 seconds long. So let's see.
When I have fears that I may cease to be, before my pen has gleaned my teeming brain, before high-piled books in charactery hold like rich goners the full ripened grain. When I behold upon the night-starred face huge cloudy symbols of a high romance, and think that I may never live to trace their shadows with the magic hand of chance. And when I feel, fair creature of an hour, that I shall never look upon thee more, never have relish in the fairy power of unreflecting love, then on the shore of the wide world I stand alone and think, till love and fame to nothingness do sink.
I liked it. I don't know about you, but I liked it. Oh boy, yes, the operative words. Oh boy, that was pretty good. Good afternoon, Irish. How's the Emerald Isle treating you today? Hopefully good so far. So far, so good. It's been an interesting show here, too. You know? I don't know. If you go back, the first two tracks were kind of heavy. Well, they were, had drums. The second two tracks didn't. Oh, boy. All right. We are at the... You can just get back up there. I'll take care of you later, George. Dogs. They've already been out once this morning. No, you're still in the right tooth. Yeah. Yeah. I like it. That fit it. It did. That was cool. And the only thing, and I'm not even putting avant-garde in there. I just said no country. Exclude country. And this is what we're getting. It's been an interesting show so far. All right. Yeah, that was definitely a good standout. All right, here, come on. Come on, cooperate. I like it when it cooperates. I don't when it doesn't. There we go. All right, here is the next one. Aftermath. Henry Wadsworth Longfellow.
When the summer
are mown, when the birds have fledged and flown, and the dry leaves strew the path. With the falling of the snow, with the cawing of the crow, once again the fields we mow and gather in the aftermath. Not the sweet new grass with flowers is this harvesting of ours, not the upland clover bloom, but the rowan mixed with weeds, tangled tufts from marsh and meads, where the poppy drops its seeds in the silence and the gloom. Not the sweet new grass is this harvesting of ours, not the upland clover bloom, but the rowan mixed with weeds, tangled tufts from marsh and meads, where the poppy drops its seeds in the silence and the gloom. In the silence and the gloom, in the silence and the gloom, like the sweet new grass with flowers is this harvesting of ours, not the upland clover bloom, but the rowan mixed with weeds, tangled tufts from marsh and meads, where the poppy drops its seeds in the silence and the gloom.
Yes, very mellow. I liked it. But reggae might lend itself to reggae. I don't know. I guess Miriam is just like got me thinking about different stuff we can do with this stuff. So let's see what this one's 3 minutes and 58 seconds. So let's see what it does with the second version of it, because there was country in that first one there. I don't know.
When the summer fields are mown, when the birds are fledged and flown, and the dry leaves strew the path, with the falling of the snow, with the cawing of the crow, once again the fields we mow and gather in the aftermath. Not the sweet new grass with flowers is this harvesting of ours, not the upland clover bloom, but the rowan mixed with weeds, tangled tufts from marsh and meads, where the poppy drops its seeds in the silence and the gloom. this harvesting of ours, not the upland clover bloom, but the rowan mixed with weeds, tangled tufts from marsh and meads, where the poppy drops its seeds in the silence and the gloom. When the sun is and the grass
Alrighty. Yeah, 2 was the better track, but I agree. And what I was hearing with that one, surf rock. Reggae, let's try reggae, surf rock. No bluegrass, but definitely more reggae and surf rock, something like, I don't know. And it's our Joe Bananas. How you doing, my friend? That reminds me, I need to go grocery shopping so I can get some bananas. So it's storming in your neck of the woods too. I know our Kia is having issues with that. Yeah, it was cool too. It did stand out, but I agree with our resident pizza expert here. It needs a redo. So we will see about, I don't know about Friday because not doing a show tomorrow. Got real world stuff got to take care of. We'll be back Thursday. So I might just play a bunch of stuff on Friday and we'll do a big redo at the end of next week. That's why I make notes. So I can remember what I talked about here because, I don't do the it's too early in the morning and I've been up too long. Yeah, you sent Storm Flores packing. The flower storm. Ha ha. All right. Oh, this is the part of the show where I remind you, hey, everything we do here is under fair use and stuff like that. And make sure you like and subscribe and these and stuff. We are at still at 453. We haven't surpassed or surpassed our all-time high of 454 yet. But who's counting? Oh yeah, I'm just taking my buddy to appointments tomorrow. That's cool. I'm not going anywhere today. I don't know, because I'm going to be doing stuff tomorrow. Let's see here. So yes, medical appointments aside, let's go ahead and here we are now I, for this part of the show, I got rid of the get rid of country. So This is just plain no avant-garde, no this, that, or the other. Just plugging it in. Well, you're supposed to be asleep. I figured, little judges, me just plugging it in and going, hey, here we go. This one, Robert Frost, An Old Man's Winter Night. Version 1, let's see here.
All out of doors, look darkly in at him. Through the thin frost, almost in separate stars, that gathers on the pane in empty rooms. What kept his eyes from giving back the gaze was the tilted near them in his hand. What kept him from remembering what it was that brought him to that creaking room was age. He stood with barrels round him at a loss, and having scared the cellar under him, in clomping there, he scared it once again. In clomping off and scared the outer night, which has its sounds familiar, like the roar of trees and crack of branches, common things, but nothing so like beating on a box. A light he was to no one but himself, where now he sat, concerned with he knew what, a quiet light, and then not even that. He consigned to the moon, such as she was, so late her rising to the broken moon, as better than the sun in any case, for such a charge is snow upon the roof. His icicles along the wall to keep, and slept the log that shifted with a jolt. Once in the stove disturbed him, and he shifted and eased his heavy breathing, but still slept. One aged man, one man can't keep a house, a farm, a countryside, or if he can, it's thus he does it of a winter night.
Oh boy, you got me on a 55-inch TV screen. I'm sorry. Oh boy. Oh, that was funny as hell. Oh yeah, you gotta be careful. You never know what Suno will spit out, especially bringing out country with a vengeance. Oh my lord. I don't know. I don't know. That was actually that grew on me. I don't know. But yeah, funny as shit right there. YouTube be YouTubing. You got that right. Let's see here. Yes, we seem to have reached the whimsical portion of the program. Quick rushing. Hello. Be careful. Come back when you're able to, or watch the replay crew. Maybe 3. I don't know. Yeah, you gotta be careful. Never know these days. Culty stuff. Definitely 80th country. 80ish. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, I'm almost afraid. Oh Lord. Here we go. Version 2.
All out of doors looked darkly in at him. Through the thin frost, almost in separate stars, that gathers on the pane in empty rooms. What kept his eyes from giving back the gaze was the lamp tilted near them in his hand. What kept him from remembering what it was that brought him to that creaking room was age. He stood with barrels round him at a loss, and having scared the cellar under him, in clomping there he scared it once again. In clomping off and scared the outer night, which has its sounds familiar like the roar of trees and crack of branches, common things, but nothing so like beating on a box. A light he was to no one but himself, where now he sat, concerned with he knew what. A quiet light, and then not even that. He consigned to the moon, such as she was, so late rising to the broken moon, as better than the sun in any case for such a charge. Such a charge is snow upon the roof, is icicles along the wall to keep, and slept the log that shifted with a jolt once in the stove, disturbed him and he shifted, and eased his heavy breathing but still slept. One aged man, one man can't keep a house, a farm, a countryside, or if he can, it's thus he does it of a winter night.
Good evening, Spud. How's it going down under, my friend? Yes, we got some twangy stuff going on here. I actually like that second one really well. It had a little bit of John Denver, a little bit of Willie Nelson in it. So yeah, that was actually quite enjoyable. I liked it. But we know so far when we eliminate country and it comes back to it, it seems to be coming back with a vengeance. And Miriam, if you go back, actually, there's a track before this one, Aftermath. I think I'm turning it into reggae. Who knows? It needs something done to it. It was cool. Yes, 2 is definitely much better than 1. 2 is better than 1. Oh boy. We've had a show this morning now, haven't we? It's been a good one. We've had hard rockers. We've had some opera. Well, I wouldn't say hard rockers, but we've had some upbeat ones with guitars, electric guitars, and we've had some some operatic stuff, and then stuff, and now some country stuff. And the Thunder from Down Under is joining us today too. Cool. Well, let's just see what. Yes, it's interesting. Interesting, and I've got a lot to work with. So here, we are on our 5th poem for today. A Word to Husbands. You like the more bluegrassy? Yeah, that could lend itself to some bluegrass. So what do we got here? We have A Word to Husbands by Ogden Nash. Let me get the old link here. It's been a Tuesday. Yeah. Pun intended, huh? Hey, at least Suno's working like it's supposed to, you know. And the ironic thing is, after the show yesterday, when I was complaining about them, we complaining about them not being able to download, I got my receipt for my monthly bill being paid. You too, my friend. You too. Oh, yeah.
To keep your marriage brimming with love in the loving cup. Whenever you're wrong, admit it. Whenever you're right, shut up.
Oh, yeah!
To keep your marriage brimming with love in the loving cup. Whenever you're wrong, admit it. Whenever you're right, shut up. With love in the loving cup. Whenever you're wrong, admit it. Whenever you're right, shut up. With love in the loving cup. Whenever you're wrong, admit it. Whenever you're right, shut up. We'll keep your marriage brimming with love in the loving cup. Whenever you're wrong, admit it. Whenever you're right, shut up.
Oh, yeah. Cheers to that one. That one was freaking awesome. Sounds like good advice. Sometimes. Actually, I heard Michael Bublé there for a minute. And You know it's true. You know it's true. That was freaking cool as shit. Oh yeah, that's my next short. Won't put that out as a short today, probably. All right, so I don't know. Let's see here. I think the second version is longer. That was fun, Miriam. No, the second version is shorter. All right. Wow. Yes.
To keep your marriage brimming with love in the loving cup. Whenever you're wrong, admit it. Whenever you're right, shut up. To keep your marriage brimming with love in the loving cup. Whenever you're wrong, admit it. Whenever you're right, shut up. Keep your marriage brimming with love in the loving cup. Whenever you're wrong, admit it. Whenever you're right, shut up.
Oh, that's what we do here, my friend. We take old poetry, we make music out of it, and we compare and contrast, live react, and just stick around, man. I got one more to go. That means two more tracks, and then we'll play some rocking ones and some rolling ones and some bluegrassy ones and this, that, or the other ones, because we got infinite variety and unlimited content here on this show, on this channel, because of what we do. You know what I mean? Yes, I love the 40s, 50s, even 20s jazz, ragtime jazz. Number 2 for Billie Holiday, Ella Fitzgerald. Definitely shut up. Very groovy. That's what we like here, especially when you can get my white ass chair dancing. You know what I mean? Oh boy. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. You never know what you're going to get. A true virtual digital box of chocolates. And we're going with our last one here. I remember by Thomas Hood.
I remember the house where I was born, the little window where the sun came peeping in at morn. He never came a wink too soon or brought too long a day, but now I often wish the night had borne my breath away. I remember the roses red and white, the violets and the lily cups, those flowers made of light, the lilacs where the robin built and where my brother set the laburnum on his birthday. The tree is living yet. I remember where I was used to swing and thought the air must rush as fresh to swallows on the wing. My spirit flew in feathers then, that is so heavy now. And summer pools could hardly cool the fever on my brow. I remember the fir trees dark and high. I used to think their slender tops were close against the sky. It was a childish ignorance, but now 'tis little joy to know I'm farther off from heaven than when I was a boy.
Born Bad from Natural Born Killers album. We don't. What we do here, if you have like an old poem you like, something from, mid 20th century, I could say, back, like Lord Byron, for example, or William Butler Yeats, or John Coleridge, Shakespeare. That's what we do here. We turn them into rockin' tunes, or stuff like that. That gives you old blue. That's the fun. We got one more to go here, and I'm gonna play some more. Here we go.
I remember the house where I was born.
Now we're going
The
next.
little window where the sun came peeping in at morn. He never came a wink too soon, nor brought too long a day. But now I often wish the night had borne my breath away. I remember the roses red and white, the violets and the lily cups, those flowers made of light. The lilacs where the robin built and where my brother set. The laburnum on his birthday, the tree is living yet. I remember where I was used to swing and thought the air must rush as fresh to swallows on the wing. My spirit flew in feathers then, that is so heavy now. And summer pools could hardly cool the fever on my brow. I remember the fir trees dark and high. I used to think their slender tops were close against the sky. It was a childish ignorance, but now 'tis little joy to know I'm farther off from heaven than when I was a boy.
So what do you think? It definitely feels like a little time travel we're doing. It's one of the things I like. Maybe it's just cool. I just think it's cool. All right. Since you're here, Miriam, let's just go ahead and play a few more. Coming in again late, right? Rough night. Hi. I'm sorry. Sending good vibes, my friend. I'm glad you're here now. We're going to do this one here. We're just going to go ahead and play more because we can. Let me just pull up the right folder here. All right, here we go. Here we go.
their shadows deep. How many love your moments of glad grace, and love your beauty with love false or true. But one man loved the pilgrim soul in you, and loved the sorrows of your changing face. Beside the glowing bars, murmur a little sadly how love fled, and paced upon the mountains overhead, and hid his face amid a crowd of stars. How many loved your moments of glad grace, and loved your beauty with love false or true. But one man loved the pilgrim soul in you, and loved the sorrows of your changing face. Your moments of glad grace, and love your beauty with love false or true. But one man loved the pilgrim soul in you, and loved the sorrows of your changing face. Oh yeah, la, 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 la. Oh yeah, la, la, la.
Let's just keep it going. Shall we?
I'm all alone in this world, she said. Ain't got nobody to share my bed. Ain't got nobody to hold my hand. The truth of the matters, I ain't got no man. Big boy opened his mouth and said, trouble with you is you ain't got no head. If you had a head and used your mind, you could have me with you all the time. She answered, babe, what must I do? He said, share your bed and your money too. He said, share your bed and your money too. He said, share your bed and your money too. He said, share your bed and your money too. Big boy opened his mouth and said,
Let's keep rocking.
Do not suddenly break the branch or hope to find the white heart over the white well. Glance aside, not for lamps, do not spell old enchantments. Let them sleep. But not too deep. Lift your eyes where the roads dip and where the roads rise. Seek only there where the gray light meets the green air. The hermit's chapel, the pilgrim's prayer.
Let's keep it going. I don't know about you.
Bake the day she suddenly dropped dead. We chew it slowly, that last apple pie. Shocked into sleeplessness, you're scared of bed. We never could talk much and now don't try. You're like bookends, the pair of you, she'd say. Hog that great, say nothing, sit, sleep, stare. The scholar me, you worn out on poor pay. Only our silence made a seam of pair. Not as good for staring in blue gas. Too regular, each but each yellow spike. At night you need my company to pass, and she not here to tell us we're alike. Your life's all shattered into smithereens. Back in our silences and southern looks. For all the scotch we drink with still betweens. Not the 30 or so years, but books, books, books. You're like bookends, the pair of you, she'd say. Hog that great, say nothing, sit, sleep, stare. The scholar me, you worn out on poor pay. Only our silence made a seam of pair. The scholar me, you worn out on poor pay. Only our silence made a seam of pair. Not as good for staring in blue gas. Too regular, each but each yellow spike. At night you need my company to pass, and she's not here to tell us we're alike. Your life's all shattered into smithereens. What's still between's not the 30 or so years, but books, books, books.
Yeah, it can be that way, but I have to say, a majority of the books I have here, I actually have read. So, yeah, I love books. We don't do music like that here, but we take old poetry and we turn it into music using AI, and that's the results we get. It's freaking awesome. This is some of the most unique content you will see online that no one knows about. But these George Orwell, I will have to look in to see if George Orwell ever wrote any poetry. No, we're actually living in 1984. So, I'm here in the States. I see what's going on. And we try to avoid politics on this show because it's all about poetry. And because we do stuff like, this with it. Yes, I read a lot when I was a kid, too.
Take this kiss upon the brow, and in parting from you now, thus much let me avow. You are not wrong who deem that my days have been a dream. Yet if hope has flown away in a night or in a day, in a vision or in none,
we've actually done his stuff on here. I'll have to do some next time. I have to find what I did with it because I've got all kinds. You're born in 1984, so you're younger than my sister. All right. Okay, let me catch up here because I had to go look for dogs. Yeah, me too. I like being a 70s baby, you know. Yawning, really. Oh, 1960. You're still a spring chicken. Let's see here. Oh boy. Okay, so if you are driving, please do not put your pedal to the metal here. Oh yeah.
He sleeps on the top of a mast with his eyes fast closed. The sails fall away below him like the sheets of his bed, leaving out in the air of the night the sleeper's head. Asleep he was transported there, asleep he curled in a gilded ball on the mast top, or climbed inside a gilded bird, or blindly seated himself astride. I am founded on marble pillars, said a cloud I never moved. See the pillars there in the sea. Introspection, he peered at the watery pillars of his reflection. A gull had wings under his and remarked that the air was like marble. He said, up here I tower through the sky, for the marble wings on my tower top fly. But he sleeps on the top of his mast with his eyes closed tight. The gull inquired into his dream, which was, I must not fall. The spangled sea below wants me to fall. It is hard as diamonds, it wants to destroy us
Oh, I got an Aussie one for you, dude. This is a bluegrassy one. Man from Snowy River. It's really long, so I'm going to have to. I actually am looking into making that into something, a big piece. But you just reminded me, Spud. I got one for you. This is from a. Let's see here. But first, good morning, Journey. How is it going? Let's see if I'll break it up here. Glad for you to join us. If you go back to the replay crew, well, if you go back to the beginning, we had it's a really interesting show today. Had some good stuff, some stuff, and then some really standout stuff. You're a late 60s baby. Yeah, so I was 72, so uh-huh. Oh yeah, I got one. You might like this one. This is kind of a heavy progressive bluegrass version of a poem called Wombat by Douglas Alexander Stewart. And if I'm not mistaken, he's an Aussie poet.
Hi there, old pig, old bear, old bristly and gingery. Wombat out of the red earth peering gingerly. Was there some thought afoot in the midst and the silence that stiffens whisker and ear and sounds fierce absence? Some smell means I see the dewdrop trembling upon the rushes. All else is the mist now river and rocks and ridges. Poor lump of movable clay, snuffling and blinking too thick in the head to know what thumped in your thinking. Rears in the easy whole tree roots companion down there where your burrow dips in its yellow shadow. Deep in the we have one mother, good brother. It is her laughter that sends you now snorting and plunging like red flood water to earth again.
I really like that one. Leaving my kid at the airport. Is that a poem? I'll look into it. Yeah, they're punishing you because you were mean and you were gone, and they're letting you have it. Oh, I see here. What did you do? Something here. Alison Krauss. Okay, I have a whole set of bluegrassy stuff that has a lot of that influence and stuff in it. Yeah, I'm a bluegrass nut, and I think Alison Krauss has the voice of an angel. Okay. All right, we're gonna play a couple more. In there like an LA meeting today? some type of call-in thing you guys are going to be doing. If there is, I guess let us know or whatever, but something to watch. Let's do a couple more. Let's do let's do this one. Tampa Robins. I like this one.
The robin laughed in the orange tree. Oh, windy north, a fig for thee. While breasts are red and wings are bold, and green trees wave us globes of gold. Time's sighs shall reap but bliss for me.
Sunlight song and the orange tree
burn golden globes in leafy sky. My orange planet's crimson eye will shine and shoot among the spheres and thread the heavenly orange tree
with orbits bright of minstrelsy.
If that I hate wild winter spy, the gibbet trees, the world and wide, the sky but gray, wind over gray. Why should I ache the season slay? I'll sing from the top of the orange tree. Gramercy, winter's tyranny. South with the sun and keep my climb. My wing is king of the summertime. My breast to the sun his torch shall hold, and I'll call down through the green and gold. Time, take thy scythe, reap bliss for me. Bestir thee under the orange tree.
Oh, the Canadian Cobra chickens? Yeah, those things are mean. You have 3 kitties, and yeah, they're mad at you. Poor kitties. I have 3 dogs, and you know, I'll leave them overnight. I'll leave them home alone overnight. I've done it several times before, but yeah, no one can take care of them right. and I don't have a fenced-in front yard for them to just go out and do their business and come back in and stuff. So they kind of keep me here. To patio strays. Well, that's cool. Yeah. All right. I want to play one more, a little mellow. I want to go out on a mellow tune with a message that you gotta open up your cage and hang out, because you never know what you'll get, or if you will. Birds just might flock in. Who knows?
Birds are singing round my window, tunes the sweetest ever heard. And I hang my cage there daily, but I never catch a bird. So with thoughts my brain is peopled, and they sing there all day long, but they will not fold their pinions in the little cage of song. Birds are singing round my window, tunes the sweetest ever heard. And I hang my cage there daily, but I never catch a bird. So with thoughts my brain is people, and they sing there all day long, but they will not fold their pinions in the little cage of song.
Ooh. Oh, let's go this one first. If it'll catch up. Yeah. Well, but it's still not the same. You know, they got to punish you. I have all kinds of wild turkeys and stuff around here. I see them all the time. But they're gorgeous compared to the turkey vultures. My friends, as the ticker says, let's see how this goes here. All right. Have an awesome day, my friends. They're so ugly. Yeah. Turkey vultures are pretty not oh, face. Well, like people said about me before, face of love, only mother could love. Oh boy. No, seriously, my friends. Have a good one. I'm going to go do stuff because I got stuff to do. And I'll see y'all Thursday. Nothing tomorrow because I've got stuff to do in the real world. Thursday will be the operative day to do more. 6 poems, 6 poets, 12 tracks, and then some. And we'll see what we get. Today's show was interesting. Had some cool standouts and some painful ones and stuff. Hey, that's what you get on this virtual box of chocolates here. Hit the like and subscribe. Comment later on or whatever. Y'all have a good one. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye. Or Thursday. Bye.